All right, so let's dive into list building. I'm going to be covering how to find the qualified companies that we actually want to work with, in whatever industry, and then how to actually find the decision makers within these companies that you want to be speaking to. I'm going to be covering the basic version of list building. The basics, all you need to know for building qualified lists off the bat. When it comes to the more nuanced stuff, that's stuff that I'll create separate videos on in terms of creating like hyper segmented lists, how to like personalize it even further, things like that. But yeah, so let's dive into it. Got the coat on. It's a little bit chilly in here, so yeah, it's gonna be a little bit longer of a video, I think. So strap in. So yeah, lead list. These are the fuel to your campaigns, right? Shitty fuel, shitty mileage, shitty lead list. It's gonna be shitty campaign results, right? If it's the leads that, or if the niche you're targeting, the leads that you scraped, they're not, your ICP, they're not gonna resonate with the emails you send, right? And they're just not gonna book meetings. Or if the leads you scraped just suck, but you are booking meetings, then nothing's really going to come out of it, right? So building lists, being able to build high quality lists is probably the highest ROI mechanism, skill, whatever you want to call it, to have within cold email, your system, all that stuff, right? Because you can be ramming a ton of volume. You could have good cold email copy, but if the list sucks, then it doesn't really matter, right? But that's kind of how everything works with cold email. So, anyways, yeah, your list not only determine the target market you're reaching out to, but how well you can write your copy, right? So depending on how you segment your list, is going to depend on how you can write your copy. If you scrape every single SMB in America, how how personalized can that copy be, right? You're going to be hitting up restaurants, you're going to hit doctors' offices, you're going to be hitting up, you know, e-com brands, you're going to hit up like you're going to it's to be so broad that it's just useless, right? So we have to segment it, right? So for example, let's say you're building just a list of e-commerce brands, but if you were to personalize this list according to just e-commerce brands, like any e-commerce brand doing above 100K per month in America, all you can really say is like, notice you run an e-com brand, right? That's not very personalized. I mean, obviously, like no shit, they run an e-commerce brand, nothing crazy. Like there's tens of millions of e-commerce brands out there that could have been sent to anyone. So how do we personalize this? Is by building segmented lists, and this is where you don't have to do crazy AI personalization. That can help. That can help, of course. I'm gonna create some videos soon on creating actually good AI personalization because getting sort of off topic, but there is ways of creating actually good AI personalization. I bagged on it a lot, but starting to find out some new methods that can be leveraged, and that's with other lead scraping tools. So I'll create something on that soon. But without having to use that, you can create pretty personalized emails, pretty relevant emails, just by building segmented lists, right? So let's say instead of just targeting e-commerce brands, we target beauty brands with TikTok Pixel. So it's way more specific, right? Now we can actually write more personalized copy around this segmented list. So, for example, this is what we could say to that beauty brand with TikTok Pixel. Came across your brand on TikTok while looking for beauty products, right? So that's pretty personalized, very relevant to them. You don't have to specifically say beauty products. You can say beauty brands, whatever you like to say. You could just mention these two facts, right? The fact they're a beauty brand and the fact that they're on TikTok. You can mention those two things. As you can see, it's a lot more tailored, and you can't send this to everyone, right? If I were to receive this as a beauty brand owner, I mean, I'd probably still know it's a cold email that was like automated, but I'd be like, okay, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty relevant to us, or I guess you say personalized. So how do I actually create these segmented lists? So let's just dive into this actual nitty gritty. This is what you need to know to do so. Let's dive into it. So first we gotta find your ICP companies, right? So we gotta find the actual companies. ICP, ideal customer profile. Depending on whatever that is for you, figure that out. Write it down on a Google Doc. If it's 100K plus per month e-commerce brands, if it's 100 plus employee IT companies. If it's healthcare companies that are doing above 10 million ARR, whatever it is, find that out. And yeah, so there's plenty of different databases they can use to find whichever companies that you're looking for, depending on your niche. So right here, I don't actually. I mean, these are just a few like of the main ones, but there's this. There's a guy named Eric Nowoslowski. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his last name. I recommend going to his YouTube channel and checking out his entire. He has like a cold email, like a free cold email course on his YouTube channel. And he basically covers like every. This guy, he's tested out everything when it comes to lead scraping. Like every software, every database, stuff like that. So I recommend checking out his YouTube channel if you have like a more specific niche type of offering. In this example, I'm gonna be talking a lot about e-commerce brands. So, but yeah, if you wanted to check out, whatever, if you have like some specific niche, if you take, like I think he talked about AI companies a lot. Um, he had a database on that, but these are just a few of like the main databases that everyone kind of knows about. SalesNav, this is the LinkedIn SalesNav. That's where basically all these databases get their info from or their data from. Crunchbase, Seamless AI. This kind of has just like all type of companies. I think this one's good for like finding funded companies. Seamless AI, it's good for like SaaS, brand nav, store leads, ecom brands, Clutch.co. This is for scraping agencies. So yeah, or like B2B companies, really. So in this example, it's going to have examples of brand nav for finding women's apparel e-commerce brands. So start with the filtering of the companies first, right? So you go to whatever your chosen database is, look at the filters. On whatever database you're using, they're going to have these filters. If they don't, then that database probably sucks. But they're going to at least have department/industry, employee count, technologies, and then location. These are like the four main technologies you need if you're looking for like funding in particular, or if you have some specific filter that you want to find. Um, that varies per database, but all four, like this is really all you need. Um, if you're just building a general lead list that is segmented. So let's start with department/industry. So in this case, for the example I mentioned before, yeah, you want to go to your department/industry and then just select whatever it is you're going for, right? So we're going for women's apparel. So this is on BrandNav. They have a specific filter just for that. Maybe for some other databases, they'll have like keywords. I know in BrandNav, they have a keyword feature. So if they don't, let's say like you don't have women's apparel, you could type in like as a keyword, women's apparel or apparel for women, etc. Then we got employee count. So, oh yeah, and the reason why I didn't mention revenue range before, because that's like a very important metric to build your list by is revenue range, is because it's pretty inaccurate since a lot of these companies are not public. It's impossible to know the exact revenue of a private company, right? So the best way to go about it is by determining the revenue by their employee size, right? So it's kind of like a general metric, I guess you can go by. This is being pretty conservative, to be honest. So the thing is, there could be a 1 through 10 employee company that's doing, a million a month or whatever. It's pretty random, but it's still best practice to just overshoot it a bit. So that's kind of what I go by. You typically don't want to target 1 to 10 employee companies. 11 to 20 employee companies is like the minimum, around 30 to 10K per month or 100K per month. Again, this is like undershooting. There could be companies that are doing million, whatever, 10 million at this range. 21 to 50 employees, 100K per month, 1 million, and then 51 plus employees. Yeah, you're gonna be targeting some bigger companies that should likely fit your criteria unless you're targeting big enterprise companies. But yeah, I typically never include 1 to 10 employees. But in this case, let's say we're targeting companies that at least have a minimum of 10 employees, bare minimum. So yeah, and the technologies. Let's say it's like an email marketing offer. We want to obviously Klaviyo is like the biggest email marketing software. So to make our list more relevant to our emails, we're gonna choose Klaviyo as a tech that the company is confirmed to have downloaded from the database. So whatever it is for you, for whatever relevant technology um, that is relevant to your offer. So let's say you do like something with CRMs, you can have like a HubSpot as a technology. Monday, whatever it is, like that would be relevant. TikTok, TikTok Pixel, Facebook ads, Meta ad, or yeah, Meta Pixel, Google Pixel, all that stuff. And location, um, I mean, there's you really don't want to target anyone other than unless if you have like like a very niche sort of area that you target. You don't really want to go outside of these countries. In this example, I have Canada and Australia and New Zealand. So the thing with Canada is that it's actually like technically illegal to send cold emails, or you can get fined for it essentially. So I wouldn't really recommend targeting Canada. You can if you want to. The thing is, you could get fined, but it's unlikely, but it's possible. But you're not really missing out on much from Canada, to be honest. Australia, New Zealand. I'm not fully sure on the the rules for those countries, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you could target those. I think it should be fine. But United States, United Kingdom, you can send cold emails without any issues. So um, yeah, we typically just go United States, United Kingdom. Yeah, it's the bare minimum. You can obviously segment these. Let's say you're a UK agency and you want to target just UK brands. You could do that and have the campaign sending on that time zone. That definitely helps. But yeah, if you have like a specific niche area that you target, if it's like Latin America, obviously you just do that here. Pretty self-explanatory, right? So yeah, once you built this list, once you've set all these filters, so yeah, in this case we have Wounds Apparel, 10 plus employees. They have Klaviyo as a technology, and then this is basically all the English speaking countries. Now we'll obviously download that CSV, and then what we're gonna do is move over to Apollo. This is the most generalized database that everyone uses for finding decision makers. We're starting to use Clay. Um, there's other databases you use, like what is it called? Well, there's Zoom Info, and then there's Snov. I haven't used Zoom Info. I heard Snov sucks, so I wouldn't use it. But yeah, Apollo's the main one. It gets the job done. There's a list kit too. I haven't really used it, but yeah. So find the qualified decision makers. That's where we're going to find the actual people that we're going to be emailing, right? You can't just email the company. You have to actually, have people from within the company to contact, right? So we're going to go to Apollo. We're going to download the CSV that we got from the previous database. And the main thing that we want to do here is we want to run our list through exclusion filters to exclude any of the unqualified companies, any of the companies that are not ICP, because a lot of times when you download a CSV from that previous list that you got from the previous database, there's going to be a lot of like random companies, right? Not maybe not a lot, but there's going to be a few, and we just want to get rid of them because it's just a waste. It's waste of credits, waste of time, space, everything. So yeah, it's very important you don't skip this step because, as I said before, a lot of these databases the accuracy isn't 100%. Maybe it's like 80%. So we just want to chop off that 20% through just using these keywords, right? So that's how you do in Polo. You come here. There's the tab on the left where all the filters are, and under company keywords, you go to exclude keywords, and then from here, depending on whatever industry, whatever niche you're targeting, You place the general keywords that you see are popping up a lot that are not qualified. So really, what you want to do is you want to scroll through the list on Apollo and look through, see like, okay, this is a common keyword amongst companies that are not ICP. Just add that to the exclusion filters and then just get rid of it. But in this case, for e-commerce, this is like a pretty common one. Marketing, sales, agency, service, wholesale, medical, information technology, college, university, media. Like none of those ever have anything to do have any relevancy with e-commerce brands. So you can basically always use those if you're targeting e-com. But yeah, it depends on you know whatever you're targeting, right? So you can figure that out yourself. Now, once you've excluded the unqualified once you exclude the unqualified companies, now just hit find people. So um, yeah, select the companies, find people, and then this is where we'll actually find the people within the company. So what you want to do is you want to come to job titles and then management level and then departments and functions. So this is what it looks like. So these will be the main management levels we'll target. This is generalized as well, right? So again, if you're targeting specifically just CTOs, then you would just do that. So you go to C-suite, and then you could hit C-suite again, and then go to technology, right? So again, this is generalized. This is just targeting. This is like all the main decision makers you would target if you're running a marketing agency offer. That would be relevant, right? So if you owner, founder, C-suite, VP, head, director, blah blah blah. Then you can do C-suite design. Under this human resources tab, it's like there's like one role in their particular. It's like talent acquisition. You could target that as well, and then marketing. So these would be all the most relevant roles within the company if you have a marketing offer, right? Oh yeah, in this example, we're doing email marketing. So yeah, now you have the list of all the qualified decision makers. Yeah, you're basically good. Now, at this point, what you do is you scrape the list, and yeah, before I created a video on how to build lists before, and I showed off this like Apollo scraper that we had, and then I ended up getting banned. So there's still custom scrapers out there. I'm not going to plug any. You can also use Find Email. You could import straight off Apollo. It'd be very expensive. So yeah, there's a bunch of different solutions out there they can use to scrape the list. You can use like instant data scraper as well. But what you always want to do, unless if whatever software you're using pre-verifies all your leads, is you want to verify your leads. I just use Million Verifier. I think most of the verifiers are basically the same. Again, you can go check Eric Nowoslawski's YouTube channel. I don't know how to spell his last name, and I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing it right. But yeah, if you just look up Eric, however you can try to spell his last name, and then like cold email or something, you can find his YouTube channel, and he has like a video just on video or like on all the different scrape or verifying tools for verifying lead lists that you can check out if you're looking for more options. But yeah, so that's basically the full video. I hope this helps. Hope it gave a little insight. But yeah, definitely I recommend investing a fair amount of time into learning how to build good lists because it will definitely pay off. So cheers.